Good evening, folks. Welcome back to my channel, Life on My Bike. You join me and my lad again. It's a Thursday evening and we are on our way to Bridlington. As always, rush hour traffic. Hey, that's what it is, it. You get away from work early and you get stuck with this. Couple of things today. Car parade. Parade, how you pronounce it. I've had it on for a while. I need to do a little video about it, but today I didn't want to work because I washed my bike at lunch, didn't cover my USB socket, and it's, well, not pop the fuse, it just decided not to work. We changed the fuse and it still didn't work. So we'll have a look at that tomorrow. And we've also decided to treat myself to a pair of motorbike jeans because it's far too warm in my other textiles. So let's see what we think to these. To be fair, they're fairly comfortable. So sit back and enjoy the ride, enjoy the views, and let's see what tonight brings. So heading up to Brid. If we get there in time and have a quick look around, we may head down to Withernsea as well, depending on timings. We're not in a rush, but I don't to get back at midnight either. So yeah, I'm looking for a new USB socket. So any ideas on new ones? I believe you can get the factory fit ones that are plug and play. This one isn't, because it's wired up to the battery with a fusing line. I do think the factory fit one will be a wise idea, although that's a 12 volt socket, not a USB socket. But I think that's probably wise, because there's a plug under there as well, which you just plug straight into. I do miss this. I use it mainly for traffic and a bit of guidance. So I don't know everywhere. Not been everywhere, I don't know everything. So to have my sat nav on, just to give me a rough indication of timings and where I'm going, normally helps. And today I've left my phone in my pocket and it's not on there because I've left the case that it needs to be in for the quad lock at home. But we'll still have a good time. If we get lost, we get lost. We won't. We're going to Brid. We're also filming today in, let me get this right, portrait, the good old Instagram side. So we'll see how that goes. I don't think it'll capture as much, but we'll see. It'll do for today's video. As I was saying, cleaned the bike at lunch. Lucky enough to have a jet wash at work and an hour for lunch. So the bike got a very quick rid of the old flies because it was absolutely caked from last night's ride from to Seaways. Think of all the farming that's going on. There's a lot of flies around, a lot of green flies. So a quick squirt at the stove for the quick shh for the jet wash. He was away. Quite impressed with the fuel range of this bike. I think I put £15 in today, which was around 12 litres. And we did about 170 miles to that 12 litres. I'll work it out later and I'll put it at the bottom of the video of what it's averaging of a general riding. I say general, a bit of mixture of everything really. I don't commute normally. I did today, can't wait to clean it. But it's good on fuel, this. You can do 2 or 3 rides out without even thinking about the fuel. And I do want to take it a bit further. I want to go for that longer ride. Whether it be a day, whether it be an overnight. It's got a top box on. Plenty of places to put stuff. So let's see where the adventure takes us. Today it's taking us to Brid. We was lucky enough last night to be at Seaways, and another YouTuber known as Mid-Bike Crisis called Jim was there, and we've been trying to get a keyring for a while. He was on his phone. Been trying to get a keyring for a while. He was a taxi driver as well, I think. Been trying to get a keyring for a while, but by the time we see his videos, to get the bike out and to get to Seaways, it's about an hour's ride in total, and it's always late. So we were just lucky enough to be there when he turned up. To be fair, I think this year we've been out lots of times, a lot more than we have not previously. But that'll be down to bike choice. Last year we had the Bandit and a MSX 125, which wasn't really made for twos up, wasn't really made for ones up for me at 6'2". So this year, this Honda's getting some use, which is what we're like. Don't like seeing people on the phones while they're riding, especially taxi drivers. They're supposed to be professional drivers. Set an example. Hopefully the sound on the video may be better today. We've turned on the sound engine a little bit more. I've closed the air vent. It's all new to me, so let's see how we get on. We quite often go past his house on the right hand side, and you look at it and you think, an absolute dream house. Would it be nice to have something like that? Beautiful. Oh, that's not good. There are lights everywhere. Quite a crosswind today. Other than that, the weather's lovely. And I'm not too warm in these jeans. These jeans are quite nice actually. Quite liking them. They're not as, well, they're quite supple. They're not as tight as what I thought they would be. They're supple and they're not too warm. I do like this like clutch. Mechanical, it's cable. It's not even hydraulic, it's old fashioned. But it's so light compared to other bikes I've ridden. Not compared to hydraulic ones, obviously. As I was saying earlier about some keyrings and for Mid-Bike Crisis, I'll give him a tag in this video, give his channel a watch, give him a subscribe, and a like and a thumbs up. He's well worth watching. But yeah, give his channel a watch. Well worth a watch. Having a discussion with my lad on the back about a friend who was out with last night who's on a KTM 1090 adventure bike, saying how nice it would be to have something like that, which it would be. quite happy with this bike at the moment, but it could just do that little bit more torque, just for safer overtakes, especially when he tunes up. It's good on fuel, but it's not good at speed. It's not a bad thing. Don't like to speed everywhere, but sometimes when it's safe to do so, you can nice to overtake cars and get past them. It could just do a little bit more, but it is 500cc and A2 compliant. I don't suppose you can have it both ways. We didn't buy it for the A2 compliancy, but it just happened to be. So as to why my lad's talking about selling my bike that he could ride very shortly, I've no idea, but he is. I would personally, one day, like an African Twin or a BMW GS. Not sure which one I do prefer, I like them both. And I have seen some automatic ones which are just, wow, amazing. I've got an automatic car, I've got to that point in my life where I like the automatics. Let's see what the future holds, you never know. Just discussing with my lad about the A2 compliant laws. To be fair, it's changed since I passed my test. I was restricted to 33 brake horsepower for 2 years, officially. Of course, which I was, I had an FCR 400 at the time. So if anybody asked me, and I had a certificate to prove, it was restricted. But I need to find out what he does when he gets to 16 or 17. I'm not sure if it goes A1, A2 then A, or goes A2, A1 then A. But let's get CBT out of the way first. To 17 on a 125 and go from there. Right, welcome to Carnaby. Just on the outskirts of Bridlington. Just explain to the lad again that the place we're going to is called HB Motorcycles. Based on a massive industrial estate, which is an old airbase, well, old runway. Used to be RVF Carnaby, as far as I'm aware. And as you go down the road to where we need to go, it's straight and long. You can tell it used to be an old runway. It's now broken up by roundabouts, which I think are there to stop people racing. But it's a big place. I didn't realise how big it was until we've been the other week. And we ain't done bad, it's just after 6. John Bull. As you can see, the road is just one long old runway. But we're here. Hall Brothers Motorcycles. Thought we'd come on the wrong night then. So you pull into some bikes. Let's just park at the end. Are we? Oh, right. Jump it off. Oh, your legs. Oh, your legs. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Oh. Right, turn all my cameras off.